Hey guys, can we give a big round of applause to Danielle for really taking the leadership to start Food Tank. We love you. Thank you very much. It's funny because sometimes you need somebody that says, I'm waking up and today I'm not talking. And she went and she did Food Tank. And probably at the beginning everybody was telling her, what? And today probably is more needed than ever. So I'm here to talk about nothing. Only rambling. And please, if you don't understand my accent, raise your hand. You'll be put out of the room. So, all right. So here we are. GW, my alma mater. I gave the speech 2-3 years ago. And they made me honorary professor, and that tells you that dreams happen even if you left school at 14, and you can become an honorary professor in a great university like this. So this only tells you that here I know why you're here. I hope you're here not because you have nothing better to do. I hope you're here because you want to learn something, but more important, learning and clapping like seals in the zoo when you get a sardine should be something of the past. You're here today just to clap like seals when you get a sardine, and we're gonna give you a lot of sardines today. But the important thing here is that then you're released into the open ocean and you start being people of action. Is that clear? That's why you're here today. To go out in the world, in the open ocean, and every one of you start doing things. That's a matter how small or how big, but doing things. At your local school, at your local government, or influencing the hill right not too far away from where we are. That's the reason we are all here today. So listen, at the end I'm a chef. How many chefs here in the room? Great. We're over there. They like to be on the left. No politics today. But the truth is that eating is becoming a political statement. And the amazing thing about eating is that it's a political statement that sometimes should not have anything to do with the right or the left. But what I know is that most chefs like me, we have to be on the table. And food people like you have, obviously, to be on the table. But chefs like me, and we are few, the Dan Barbers, the Tom Colicchios of the world, it's great that they are not only in the restaurants feeding the few, but that they are taking action to try to be agents of change in trying to see how we're going to feed the many in America and abroad. And what I love about food is a few years ago, the university allowed me to begin a class here. That very much the class had to do with food, but how food touches everything. Food is politics, food is history, food is hunger, food is obesity, health, food is science. Food at the end is a great way to have a narrative about many of the issues we face today and how can become an agent of change to find true solutions going forward. So today we know we have a lot of issues like childhood hunger. We are talking about hunger around the world, but we have hunger in America. We have hunger in Washington, D.C. And I know it's some people, some voices that says, why we have to be giving a plate of food to those hungry children? It's people that are having issues why we have to be providing a plate of food to every. If we believe in the America we all believe, in America we all love, the right and the left should be united always to make sure that every children in America has a plate of food every day of their lives. Can anybody disagree with that? So what are we doing that this is still not happening today? So before we know, the National School Lunch Program is going to be a very key issue in the Capitol. And I know that lately, especially women, in the last 2 weeks especially, is big gatherings of people just fighting for what they think is right. I think it's okay. I love that people are coming out and speaking out. But I think food is going to be a great thing that we all together can unite into very unique issues that can make America better. You think about it. One person in jail in California costs us taxpayers $50,000 a year. Cannot we put that money better served? Making sure that children early on, they have a good plate of food, they receive proper education, they become true citizens, that they can really contribute to society. And instead of investing the money to keeping older people unprepared in jail, because sometimes the system didn't give them any other opportunity, shouldn't it be great that we are able to invest that money in bringing good food to children, that maybe that's the reason sometimes they don't even do well later on their lives? That's the kind of things we need to start thinking about. The Farm Bill is about to be coming. We are going to be listening today from Catherine Merrigan, who was supposed to be our next Secretary of Agriculture, some voices say. But still, she's a professor here and one of the most informed people about what the Farm Bill should be all about. SNAPs, what we call food stamps, they may be cut in half. They cut in half, we're going to have millions of Americans hungry. That's America we want? What are we going to do about it? Who are we going to be joining? And where are we going to be knocking on the doors to make sure that that doesn't happen? Farm workers. How many of you work in a farm before? All right, still many more need to work. I don't know you, but I know a lot of farm workers that are undocumented and they are underpaid. And they're the ones bringing our food to the plate. In Congress, I know that senators and congressmen are eating salads that they are being picked by those same undocumented that they don't want to pass immigration reform so they can be part of the American system. They already are, but right now they're ghosts of the system. What us, the food people, are we going to do to make sure that immigration reform helps America as a whole? I cannot hire people right now. All my restaurants have openings all the time. And we don't pay minimum wage in many of them. Way above, and still I cannot hire people. So I need immigration reform. It's the right thing to do, it's the human thing to do, but it's the American business way. So why are we waiting to pass immigration reform? It has everything to do with food. We can be talking about the GMOs. I think today maybe we'll talk. We need to be supporting chefs like Tom Colicchio that with his food policy action is really championing, not supporting GMOs. It's only championing a bill that was moved forward by Senator Barbara Boxer and Representative Pierre DiFazio that was only to be labeling any foods that had GMOs. Shouldn't Americans have the right to know? Are we now in the 21st century that we should know more about the foods and the things we eat, not less? Why we cannot have Congress to pass this? It's organizations that you should be joining if this is something very important to you. Again, I keep giving you calls to action. We're going to have a new administration. We have the new Agriculture Secretary, Sonny Perdue, very soon, Andrew Pusder for labor. They're going to have to carry this country the next 4 years. Let's make sure that we keep telling them what we think this country should be. But more important, I want to only very quickly go with the positive conclusions of what this conference and the next 4 years maybe should be of. We need to be thinking out of the box. Remember that the school lunch program was very much created by generals that saw that the young children of young boys of America, they were without basic nutrition. And the school lunch program was created because generals and admirals. Today is an organization called Operation Readiness with retired generals and admirals called Operation Readiness, who they are asking Congress to keep pushing forward a good school lunch. So now, instead of having like 70 years ago, American boys that they were hungry to a degree, now it's all the contrary. Now we don't have enough young men and women to join the military because we are all very sick and very obese. Here, we need to be thinking out of the box. The generals, the admirals could be a great way to one day pass a school lunch and many other things. Imagine, just start thinking out of the box. I'm looking for those partnerships that can help us move certain issues forward. All the chefs and all the food people, we all need to be involved in local NGOs, in international NGOs. I have World Central Kitchen in Haiti. Here we have Martha's Table. This is Central Kitchen across the country. Is many, many other organizations. join those organizations if sometimes you don't know how to help, because there you may find the spark that gets you going into one particular issue. Education, we know Alice Waters is promoting education in the schools very early on. She has had an amazing, successful program. What can we do to bring this program across America and other communities? Marketing that we are going to be touching here today. Let's make sure that we use marketing to reinforce positive food, not use marketing to reinforce the bad food. And at the end, what I want to be saying is, it's a lot of issues that we can be talking about food, but every one of those issues, I only see them as a true opportunities to keep improving America. My call to you, America is food. I'm an immigrant, and I can tell you, food are immigrants. To me, we are all immigrants in a way, and food is an amazing way that brings us all together in a table with a plate of food where we can have real conversations about improving America and moving America forward, one plate at a time. Just please, when you leave this conference today, take notes. Concentrate in where you think you can become an agent of change. Clap today, but when you go into the real ocean, into the real world, start taking action and be an agent of change. All together, I think we can. Thank you very much.